Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another Royal Rumble. It is going to be Mitchell versus me. I'm going to go through the team really quick on both teams, 15 versus 15, going from left to right. Mitchell has his girl Alice that he had created, himself, Mr. Wolf from Bad Guys, Nizuku, I probably butchered that name, and Ozzy Osbourne. Then I have one of my creations, Mad Melissa, and my other creation, Paul Weiss, Shadow the Hedgehog, the Shredder, and Steve Harvey. Then Mitchell has Steve Irwin, Sonic, Superman, Captain Underpants, and Joey Wheeler. And then I have Jinx, Jake Sully, Faye Valentine, Dark Angel, Corey Taylor. And then Mitchell has Rikishi, Sailor Moon, Brodus Clay, Circus Baby, and Hulk Hogan. And then the last of my team is Andre the Giant, Batman, Big Baby, Bobby Lashley, and Kenny Omega. Mitchell, I wish you the best of luck. I tried to make it as even as I could, and good luck to you. It's you versus me. Let's go. If you all didn't notice when I made the list, I matched up a bunch of different aspects of his characters with mine, and we're kicking things off with one of the most hated men from my show Vita, Paul Weiss, who is picking his nose, by the way. He's picking his nose. You saw it on camera, and nobody likes Paul Weiss, but Mitchell had a rivalry with him recently, so yes, we're going to have 4 community creations because that are part of my show Vita, because I had to match up with Mitchell. So Mitchell had himself and his I think it's his character's sister, and we got what's this guy's name again? Oh, Shadow. My bad. Shadow is here. I love the motorcycle. That was super cool. And he's representing my team. Like I said, I matched up with him again. Mitchell had Sonic. I chose Shadow. I chose as many women as he picked on his team. I also, what's another example? Steve Irwin, Steve Harvey. Obviously, that was kind of goofy, but I thought that would be cool. But we're kicking things off with 2 of my team members. So, yeah, I just picked my team. I pick characters I like, but I also have some that I'm not a big fan of that I just threw on my list. Some were just easy to come by, and I was like, might as well put them on the list. So, good luck to you, Mitchell. You're going to need it. I picked a pretty good team. You also have a pretty good team also. So, we'll see who wins. And it's not a good start for my team. And number 3 is Mr. Wolf from Bad Guys, representing Team Mitchell. I have never seen Bad Guys at the time I'm doing this. As a matter of fact, at the time I'm doing this, Bad Guys 2 just dropped. The exact date. That Friday at the time I'm doing this Rumble, which you all probably won't see until September or so. But I like doing Rumbles ahead of time so I can have them all planned out. It's really good if I get sick and I can't do Rumbles. I don't like just doing them one at a time. That would be terrible. I need to have some cushion there. When I want to take a vacation, if I get sick, if I get busy, and we got Joey here. Family emergencies could be another reason. I mean, the list goes on and on. But toward the end of 2K25, I'm not going to do it as much because I don't want to save a bunch of 2K25 videos and then go into 2K26. So that's kind of going to be kind of the roughest part of all of this, because once I get closer to 2K26, I'm going to have to, and there goes Shadow. And Joey representing Team Mitchell. Once I get closer to 2K26, I'm not going to get as stocked up on 2K25 videos. I'll probably do some 2K19 and stuff like that. But we got Sonic here representing Team Mitchell. And I'm going to have to walk around. I've been sitting all day. I've been doing a bunch of Rumbles, and I like doing a bunch together, so. And Joey's in trouble. Got Sonic and Mr. Wolf against him. And number 6 is Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin, of course, the Crocodile Hunter. For some reason, I always want to call Crocodile Dundee the Crocodile Hunter also. But it's only Steve Irwin. And I think his son does the same things his father did. I think he has a son and a daughter. I know his wife was pretty involved with the show. I don't remember it a lot. When he passed away, I was pretty young. So, and you always thought that, it was going to be a crocodile. But I think it was it a stingray? I think that it was that. I don't recall. It was another animal, but yeah, it's just so unfortunate. He was very entertaining though. And we got Dark Angel here, of course, Jessica Alba. I have to have her in here. It's basically to match up with one of Mitchell's females. So I put as many females in. Another matchup I did was Mitchell put in Hulk Hogan. I put in Andre. So I didn't do that because of the size necessarily. I did it because, Hulk Hogan and Andre had a rivalry. But I am a big Andre fan. And when it comes to all the legends, he is one of my favorites. But he does have a size advantage. That is going to be nice. But we already have him in this Rumble. So I doubt he's going to go all the way. But he's definitely going to make an impact. And he might take some of my team out too. So that's kind of a nice thing that if everybody was operating on the same team, and it wasn't every man for himself, that would be bad. Because all it would take is like a group of one team to get together and eliminate everybody that comes in the ring. So we have Circus Baby here representing Team Mitchell. And I'm not going to keep track of the numbers. We'll narrow it down at the end and we'll see what we have. Circus Baby going after Andre. And number 10, we have David Cornsweat. David Cornsweat is in the house. That old Cornsweat boy. He's here. I like David Cornsweat. I really do. I think he's great in Superman. He's excellent in Superman. I still probably like Henry Cavill more. But I don't know. I like Henry Cavill as an action part of Superman. I think I like Cornsweat more more as as Clark Kent. Obviously, Henry Cavill really doesn't get to be Clark Kent a lot in Man of Steel, but I do like Cornsweat. I like his personality better than Cavill's, but I think Cavill is better when the action takes place. I also think he looks a lot more like what I would think Superman would look like compared to Cornsweat, but I still like Cornsweat a lot. He's really good, and I'm rooting for the guy because I love saying his name, Cornsweat. And now it's become a trope of this channel because you have MS Video Games saying David Cornsweat, you got Christopher saying David Cornsweat. Everybody's saying his name, and his name has become a big trope of the channel, which is kind of fun. And we got Jinx here representing my team, and I don't remember saying her name, or maybe I said it real fast, but she's part of my team. But Steve Irwin has been eliminated. Wow, Steve Irwin got eliminated by Steve Harvey. What's the odds of that? And Joey Wheeler's done as well. Those are 2 losses for Mitchell's team. I just have to walk around with this mic and hopefully it doesn't get unplugged. Either that or the mic, the wire touches the keyboard. I had that happen earlier, and it cut me off saying something midway. So you have to really watch out sometimes, especially with my mic. But I did get a new cord, So I'm not having the issues of it getting unplugged. You know, it's funny how this whole time, all I needed to do was just dish out $10 and get a cord instead of getting mad all the time when it got unplugged. You know, it'd be like I would just think of that early. You know? But I am stupid at times. So that's what happens when you do stupid stuff like that. And then when I was doing live chats, everybody was getting a good laugh because they were like, Mike, we can't hear you. And then I made a fool out of myself when I could have just paid $10 for a cord. But no, I'm a cheapskate, and I'm Scrooge McDuck, and, you know, I don't want to pay for stuff. But, you know, I finally got a cord, and it's a long cord, so I'm happy. And we got Rikishi here, which I tried to get another version, but a lot of unlock. Obviously, he's in the game. I just haven't unlocked him. So, of course, in these Rumbles, you can have regular superstars, and feel free to challenge me anytime. We got a line of people, though. I think we have we have Mitchell in this. We got Harvey. We got Shockwave. He's going to challenge. So Devin's been the only one so far, and of course Lee and me duke it out on 2K19. And look at Andre and Steve Harvey working together. Survey says. Survey says we cannot eliminate Faye Valentine. I love when I was doing Survey says. That's fun. That's always fun. And number 15, who is it? It's Shredder. Shredder at 15. And Circus Baby has been eliminated. That's going to be a loss for Mitchell. Shredder representing my team. Of course, Rikishi representing Mitchell. Steve Harvey representing me. Faye representing me. It was easy to keep track of most people. I mean, Mitchell had a great cast, but not all of them were my, to-go people. I wish I would have got David Corn Sweat, but unfortunately I didn't. But that's okay. Because I got Batman. I got animated Batman on my team. And Andre just saved Faye Valentine. What a gentleman. Andre used to drink all kinds of wine and stuff. And we got the girl from, I believe, Demon Slayer. I've never seen that show. And Steve Harvey just got leveled. Look at Rikishi. Wow. And number 17 is the Big Baby. And looking at this, I actually didn't do it for an advantage. Because obviously he's going to be a force to reckon with in this Rumble. I did it to match with Mitchell's captain underpants. You want to bring someone out in their underpants? I'm going to bring someone out in theirs to match you up. So that was the whole anime with my girl being Faye, and he picked that girl. And he has Sailor Moon also on his team. That was another reason I picked Faye. I was kind of just matching up. Steve Irwin, Steve Harvey, Hulk Hogan, Andre, Big Baby, Captain Underpants. There was a certain, not with all 15, but there was a certain vein I was going for. So that was the motivation behind it. And there goes Shredder. So Big Baby might be bad for me also. Faye Valentine, there's no hope for her here. You're not going to lift. Oh, come on. If she lives out Andre, I'm going to cry. Are you kidding me? What in the world? Faye Valentine eliminates Andre the Giant. Call the law. She is definitely using steroids. There is no way. Oh my goodness. That is the most shocking elimination. And I'm telling you, Andre has not been good in these Rumbles here lately. He just hasn't. No disrespect to the legend, but what is going on here? He just got eliminated by... That might be one of the most shocking eliminations I've ever witnessed. Might be one of the most shocking, and it definitely helps Team Mitchell because both of them are on my team. And number 16, we got Alice, which I believe is Mitchell's character's sister, and Steve Harvey is done. And Big Baby eliminates another person. Oh, man. And it was Rikishi that time, so that went in my favor. But Alice representing Team Mitchell. I don't think we've seen Mitchell yet or Mad Melissa. So I still have Melissa. Paul Weiss is long gone. And there goes Faye Valentine. So yeah, I definitely want her drug tested. And number 19 is Captain Underpants. So we saw Steve Harvey eliminate Steve Irwin. Could we see Big Baby and Captain Underpants fight? Well, who knows here. And Big Baby just saved Captain Underpants, perhaps. And number 20 is Corey Taylor representing my team. Of course, Slipknot. Mitchell put in Ozzy Osbourne. There's another matchup there. So a lot of this, I determined how Mitchell did his picks. And that's what I'm going to do with a lot of these Rumbles. I'm not going to pick my favorite people. I'm not going to, obviously I could have just put all 15 super heavyweights in if I wanted to. I thought I already had a pretty OP team with Big Baby and Andre, but after seeing Faye Valentine, I don't know about that anymore. And 21 is Hulk Hogan. And rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I know a lot of people are going to say, and shame on the people that trashed him after he passed away. Shame on all of you losers on TikTok. You're all losers. And I'm not a big Hogan fan. I've made that clear 100 times. And it's not just because of personal stuff that happened. I've just never been a big fan of Hogan. I'm just, I respect him. I love his theme song. I'll give his theme song credit also. I'm not the biggest Hogan fan. Wrestling-wise. Forget all the other stuff that he's done that was controversial. I just was never a big Hogan fan to begin with. Not a big Flair fan either. So, rest in peace. He's a legend. He's a legend. The business would not be the same without him. I will acknowledge that. And shame on all those clowns on TikTok. Anybody that dies and people say stuff about them after they're passed away is just the most cowardly thing ever. You all can rot. Every single one of you TikTok losers that did that. Shame on you. I mean, come on. Unless it was someone who killed your family member. I mean, or a complete monster like Dahmer or Bundy. You have no right to cheer anyone's death, despite them having their issues. I mean, come on. I mean, who are you? And once you do that, you have no morals at all. You're the bottom of the bucket. That's what you all are. So you could say whatever you want about him and some of the stuff he did, but you're even worse when you're cheering someone's death. I mean, that is just one of the lowest things you can do. So, between TikTok and Twitter, the lowlifes on those platforms, like, come on. And like I said, I'm not the biggest Hogan fan. And Ozzy, everybody loves Ozzy. But I didn't see anything bad said about Ozzy. I think a lot of people, obviously the political people, we all know how they all are on both sides. But everybody loves Ozzy. Ozzy's great. But I'm also not the biggest Ozzy fan either. I like him with Black Sabbath. I don't like him as standalone artist. I like Black Sabbath. if I have to go with Ozzy Osbourne stuff. But Mitchell put him in, and I had to go on my little rant there because I just find it disgusting when people make fun. It's the most cowardly thing you can do. And Kenny Omega is 25. I'm a big Kenny Omega fan, and, you know, I had to have him on my team. Mitchell got Rikishi. I also got Bobby Lashley on this team. Big Bobby Lashley fan also. Kenny Omega's just top 5 for me. And Lashley is top 5 for me, even though that's a controversial take. I'm just a Lashley fan. I mean, I've always been a Lashley fan. I love when he tormented Goldberg. That was so great, because Goldberg's like my top 5 worst. And Sailor Moon is 26. Goldberg's talented. Don't get me wrong. I just don't. How they use him on WWE when he's about to retire is just horrible. And I heard they cut off his retirement speech. Good. I am just so sick and tired of that guy. Who are you to just show up and ask for a title shot? Like, what is going on here? You haven't even wrestled. All these people are working their butts off in the locker room, and you just show up and get a title shot? And now I'm going on super rant. So I hope Mitchell's enjoying this. I'm sorry. I just had to go on a couple rants here. It's like, who the heck does Goldberg think he is? Walking down and just calling title shots. That's WWE for you. And we got Brodus Clay here, which he's political too. But I like Brodus. I do. I like him as a wrestler. I haven't really watched Gutfeld enough to determine what he does on there. But I don't like Gutfeld. I don't like Stephen Colbert. I don't like any of those late night people. The only late night people. Now I'm going into another rant. I'm going nuts tonight. The only late night person I like is Jimmy Fallon and Jay Leno. I wasn't alive when Johnny Carson was doing his thing, which everybody says he's the best. But here's my take on this. Okay, I know the late night people, you know, they're very political. But if you're going to take jabs, political jabs, you do what South Park does. You don't go on there like whiny loser Colbert, and he is a just complete bum show. That was a bum show, and I cannot stand that guy. And it has nothing to do with his politics even. I never have liked him at all. He is annoying. He irritates me. And there's a couple times he's had guests on the show, and some of the questions he asks his guests, he is just so annoying. And the worst late night comedian ever. Jimmy Kimmel can be funny at times. He can be, and Jimmy Fallon's great. I like Fallon. But, oh my goodness, Colbert, nobody's going to miss that show. I know I'm not. And it has nothing to do with politics. I just do not like him. I'm sorry. I do not. So, like I said, South Park does politics well, because they just go for the jugular, man. They're crazy. And Mad Melissa's number 30. South Park just attacking both sides all the time. I love it. I love what they do. And there goes the animated Batman, so I lost that one. So let's tally up who I have. I have a pretty good bit. I have Kenny Omega. I have Jake Sully. I have Big Baby, who is really coming through, terrorizing anyone in his path. And we just took out Sailor Moon, so that's a loss for Mitchell. Mitchell's down to 2. He's only got 2 left. I got Mad Melissa at 30, which I will root for 30 in this case, because I love Melissa. Melissa's the best. But I have Brodus Clay. Mitchell has Brodus Clay in himself, and that's all he's got. So my numbers are looking good. Is the baby a little too bit overpowered? Perhaps. But we saw what happened to Andre, so you can't really go by super heavyweights. The Big Baby is tough. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if Mitchell can pull off the upset because I definitely have the advantage at this point. Yeah, no, I'm not going to miss Colbert. That's for sure. There's something, I'm not going to say what it is. There's something I don't like about him. It has nothing to do with politics or what, everyone's view is everyone's view. That's how I see it. Everyone was raised differently. Everybody's going to disagree. But there's something that he said that I cannot stand him for, and it has nothing to do with that, actually. I'm not a Stephen Colbert fan at all. So, down with his show. And as for South Park, go for it, man. I love South Park. They're great. They're real comedy. That's what they are. South Park, Family Guy, Bill Maher, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle. That's real comedy, not Stephen Colbert. So, and of course, I've seen two comedians live, Mark Norman and Jeff Dunham, and they were great. Mark Norman was great, and I want to see more stand-up. I would really like to see Theo Vaughn. That would be a great one. I would love to see Bill Burr. Bill Burr's great. He's one of my favorites. But Theo Vaughn's up there also. There's a lot of great comedians. And there goes Mitchell. It's not looking good. He's got a 25% chance now. He only has Brodus Clay left. So, Kenny Omega versus Melissa here. And Melissa's going to be one of the only 30s I root for, but she just got eliminated. So Mitchell's chances got better, but he's just got to get rid of that Big Baby or hope Kenny Omega does. One of the two. Because Big Baby's going to be the problem. And Kenny Omega trying to lift that Big Baby out. And it's not working out for him. Just not. Oh my goodness. It's a wonder Kenny Omega didn't put his back out there. And yeah, I mean, this Rumble's been good. Mitchell put together a good list, and I wasn't expecting to go on as many rants as I did. So I went on a lot of rants tonight. And I need to get this stuff off my chest. I can't stand people on TikTok who bash someone who passed away. I mean, it's the most cowardly thing ever. I can't stand Stephen Colbert. He's the worst comedian ever of all time. And I like Jon Stewart too. So, I don't know. And Kimmel's annoying, but he can be funny at times. I'll give Kimmel credit. It's just Stephen that I don't like. And Big Baby dropping on Kenny Omega. But yeah, sometimes I just need to yell and get stuff off my chest. Because I keep this stuff in all the time. And that's why I love doing this channel. That's why I love it. Because I get to run my mouth. If I go up to a random stranger and say, you guys know what to expect from me. If I go up to some random stranger, they think I'm crazy. And I am crazy. But I need to rant. I need to vent. It helps me. It helps me mentally. Even if it's about Chef Boyardee or Stephen Colbert or the morons of TikTok. I don't care who's going to be my victim. But there goes Kenny Omega. So Kenny Omega, Big Baby, man. But it's a 1v1. So Mitchell's Brodus Clay is, he's hanging in there. Big Baby's the one to beat. He came in at 17. And he has wrecked house. Probably has a crappy diaper, too. But Big Baby and Brodus Clay. And Brodus Clay just got leveled. And Brodus Clay taking shots on Big Baby here. And a strike to the back of the head. Brodus Clay's a pretty big guy. So we'll see what happens. Oh man, it just gave Just gave Big Baby a chop against the head. And Brodus Clay. Oh my goodness. Is he going to take down Big Baby? Can he take him down? I mean, Big Baby's been incredible, and it's 1v1, Mitchell versus me. And Brodus Clay does it with one punch. So Mitchell beat me. I'm sure Mitchell wasn't happy about Big Baby coming in here and just almost winning this whole entire thing. But hey, I got to give Mitchell credit. Brodus Clay wins. He's not going to WrestleMania. He can go back to Nutfield. That's where he can go on that show, which is almost as bad as Stephen Colbert. So there you go. He's not going to WrestleMania, though. He's not. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Mitchell, I hope you enjoyed it. And excuse my rants if you didn't enjoy them. I thought I made some pretty valid points about the state of comedy and the state of the morons on social media. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I got to vent, got to have some fun, and Mitchell wins. He beats me fair and square. So good job there by Mitchell. I thought he was going to lose with Big Baby around, but Big Baby got defeated in the end. Brodus Clay with the victory. I'll see you all later. Thank you all for dropping by.